Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we have to talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, there's a lot of you out there that are really upset about this. Trust me, I went through, I bought all the games that everybody was mad about. I've tested them all, I've played them all on the PS5 Pro. I even went out and bought a 4K, the new Elgato 4K capture card so that we can get this footage, so that we can start making some videos on it. And, you know guys, I get it. But you need to stop. You need to stop and think about this. Never in the marketing for PlayStation 5 Pro did they ever say that this thing was going to just 100% be a native 4K at 60 frames a second. They didn't say anything about it, you know, like it's not on the box that it's going to do 8K or anything like that. In my mind, I kind of feel like PlayStation 5 Pro has kind of exceeded the expectations that I personally had for it. When we found out that PlayStation 5 Pro was 16.7 teraflops, that's 16.7 teraflops. That is essentially a 1080p to 1440p GPU in terms of specs for current hardware in the PC market. That's you know, pretty reasonable for $700. 2 terabyte SSD, Wi-Fi 7, you know, obviously there's no disk drive to this. Like I get it, man. Like I understand the frustration out there for some people. And, you know, honestly guys, it would be really easy for me to just join the chorus and be super negative about it. But I don't feel like that's going to help anybody. I don't feel like that's going to get anybody where they want to go gaming-wise. I just, you know, I get so annoyed and so I feel like the anger toward video games these days is, I definitely feel like there's a lot of it that is just for show, for clicks, for whatever. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of it is just exaggerated hate for everything. Because when I look... Here's the thing. When I play these games on the PlayStation 4, the base PS4, I downloaded a bunch of them and I was playing them on the base PS4 on a 4K screen. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, whoa, okay. And then I put them on the PlayStation 5 Pro because that's what I was looking at them first, was on the PlayStation 5 Pro. So I was playing these games, I was looking at them and I was like, yeah, I'm actually okay with the way this looks, you know. And then when you look at it compared to what the PlayStation 5, the base PlayStation 5 looks like, you're like, oh, I get why people think that looks better than that. Like I get it. It makes sense. You know, it's a little bit more defined. Obviously, depending on your TV, your screen too. Like they could be using an LG or something with a really good upscaler that's making the, you know, the base PlayStation 5 image quality look better, whereas the PlayStation 5 Pro upscaling and then the TV trying to upscale on top of that is taking away from that. So there's a lot of different things. But when I look at PS5 Pro on a 1440p monitor, I don't see those blemishes no more. They're completely gone. So there's like this disconnect. And it's been there ever since 4K TVs have hit the market. Ever since I early adopted a 4K display, there's just been this like, oh, that game don't look good. Oh, that game looks great. You see where I'm going with this? 4K is still very heavy to hit. Like it is still very heavy to hit. So if you're sitting there and you're trying to get your PlayStation 5 Pro to hit 4K and to look good, when you get a win with that, my friends, and this is all I'm going to say, like I have a 4K PC. When you get a win, that's good. There's some game like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looked like terrible on the base PlayStation 5, looks incredible on PS5 Pro. You know, some of the other games that you get that absolutely, I mean, Horizon Forbidden West, like some of these other games, you know, Spider-Man 2, all of these games that absolutely look incredible on PS5 Pro and give that a win, versus the games that are just not there yet. But you have to ask yourself, go back in time, when have those other types of games from those developers ever hit that level of PlayStation? This is the thing, man, and this is what I used to complain about when I first got into this generation, when I first started making content, was the PlayStation experience just doesn't feel consistent anymore. It doesn't. And, you know, you can be mad at that all you want, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, everybody was like, yeah, Xbox just needs to die. Now Xbox is dying, and PlayStation is reigning supreme, and now you're getting what you asked for. You're getting higher priced consoles. You're getting more magic. You're getting exactly what you asked for. So there's no reason to be upset or be mad about it because you're literally getting what you asked for. And you know, for me to be like, for me to start creating negative content to be like, yeah, I see, I told you so. Like, what? Who's that going to serve? Like, what purpose is that going to serve? We've already destroyed and belittled the Xbox platform to the point where they're going third party. And now everybody's eyes are open. Now everybody can see that PlayStation 5 has literally just been an underpowered platform this whole generation, and now they've done another, you know, basic half step to try to make it to try to limp it over the edge to make it look a little bit better, so that there's still some faith in it. We already know that only PlayStation first party and maybe second party games are gonna look good on PS5 Pro. Like, we already know that. Like, it doesn't take a freaking genius to know that. But here's the thing. Are you really wanting to play your games on a PlayStation 5, or do you want the opportunity to get a better experience on the PlayStation 5 Pro? That's pretty much all it really amounts to. You know, like, there's no competition anymore for PlayStation in the console market. There's none. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to make anything better. You get what you get, and that's it. You want to support PlayStation and keep them alive? I suggest buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. You want to make sure they really live? Don't start buying your games digital. You want to, you know what I mean? Like, you put us, the community, gamers, put us in this position. The loudmouth YouTubers and everybody else, that's where we're at. The ones that wanted Xbox to die so bad and just pushed PlayStation no matter what. Like, this is gold, it's gold. They're the reason why we're in this mess. Now, yes, I've went back and I've tried all of these games that everybody is complaining about right now, and it isn't pretty. Like, it isn't pretty. When you get into some of these games, they absolutely do. Some of them look decidedly worse than what they look on the base PlayStation 5. Now, I wouldn't put it so far as to being like they look completely worse, but you can tell that, like, obviously, you know, some people are going to prefer the way the base PlayStation looks versus what the Pro looks like. And, you know, guys, I'm just trying to sit here and really report on my experience with the PlayStation 5 Pro, which has been pretty good overall. Pretty good overall. Like, my expectations were easily met with what the power budgets and everything with the PlayStation 5 Pro are. I was like, okay, that actually does pretty good. I mean, I bought it for selfish reasons. I bought it for GT7, and it absolutely nails that experience and makes it good. So I already feel justified and vindicated just for that. And then I've seen PSVR 2 or PSSR at its best quality and at its worst quality now. And I can tell you that there be if that's what's going to become FSR4, then, you know, having a higher power budget on the RDNA GPUs, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to actually be okay, because you got to understand, if these games are running sub 1080p on PS5 Pro in the performance mode, any game that comes out and it's like, oh, this one's 864p or any of that when Digital Foundry decides to ruin your life, you got to understand those games are probably not going to upscale very well. It's just not going to happen. Like, you can't go from like anything under 1080p and expect to upscale to 4K or higher any better. Like 864p, if they upscaled to 1440p and you were looking at it on a monitor, it's going to look incredible. It's going to look incredible. So when you look at that, like, if you're trying to go from sub 1080p all the way up to 4K or anything like that, like, you're gonna have you're not gonna have the best overall looking image quality. And then when you get a lot of fine detail, and see, that's what I really think is messing up, is when you got a lot of fine detail, like Unreal Engine 5 or some of the new Ubisoft games, or obviously some of these other games that are just, they've got a lot of fidelity in them, and you start trying to upscale that from low resolutions, it's not going to resolve very well. Like, it's not going to do that good at all. You need significantly more power, and your power budget with 16.7 teraflops of, like, we don't even really know. Essentially, RDNA 1, RDNA 2, potentially RDNA 3 or 4. Like, what? I mean, you just got to look at that and be like, okay, wow, this is interesting, to say the least. And so, obviously, the PlayStation 5 Pro makes it very easy to nitpick and be negative toward this system. Like it's very easy to find reasons to be negative about it. I mean, I could literally go on and on and on and on and on and be negative and try to farm those negative clicks all the time. But I don't think that's going to help anything. I don't think that's going to help anything. There's a few games that I've tried now. Hogwarts Legacy, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Star Wars Outlaws, Avatar. I think there's more. I just, yeah, I think there's more. But I've tried these games, guys. Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown. I've tried these games on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and it just makes me grateful I decided to go PC. To be completely honest with you, if you want my honest opinion, I'm just grateful I was able to go PC. I was literally just playing Star Wars Outlaws on the PC at 8K, and it looked incredible. I was and I was literally upscaling from Ultra Performance FSR3 to 8K and using frame generation, and it looked and felt better than the PlayStation 5 Pro or the base PlayStation 5 could even try to look. So yeah, and I'm gonna post that whole video. I'll post that whole video for you guys, so that you can see like all the steps, and like I went through everything on that just to show you guys the power of the 7900 XTX. So yeah, guys, it's crazy. I'm happy I went PC, bro. If you guys want to sit and tear apart the PlayStation 5 Pro, do it. Do whatever you want, man. I'm just gonna keep here reporting on my experience with it. If my experience is positive, boom, I'm just I'll be positive. If there's something that really starts to get to me, I'll definitely let you know. But I'm not gonna be a jerk about it. I'm not gonna come out and just completely start bashing PlayStation, because that's all the console gamers have left is PlayStation and Nintendo, because you guys decided to kill Xbox. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. So alright, guys, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.